I'm Paige Murtaugh here at the BirdHouse in Hollywood, and I have two very special recipes from one very special plant I'm going to share with you today. We're going to make Nopales tacos and a raw Nopales salad with a plant that's just right next door. So let's get into it. This is nopal, also known as cactus paddle or opuntia. This plant comes from Mexico and is very culturally important to the people of Mexico. And it also grows really well here, and you can find nopal everywhere in Los Angeles. The nopal gives us food, it gives us natural dye from the cochineal, and also you can see the plant is flowering here, which is going to turn into the prickly pear fruit. So it gives us so much. I have a deep love and respect for this plant. Mwah, mwah, my friends. This is the perfect time to harvest the young nopal. When they get older, they become like more fibrous and tough. I'm gonna harvest this young paddle. There's a little ladybug on it though, so I kind of feel like I should let her have her home. That's one thing I like to consider when I'm harvesting from plants. It's like, I want to harvest what the plant is ready to give me. We're gonna harvest this one instead and let the ladybug have her home. So there's lots of needles on this plant, so you want to use tongs or your hand if you got it like that. Grab the paddle, and take a knife, and just cut it right where the new growth is coming out of the older growth. Just boom. Let's grab a couple more. Okay, so this is our Chile forest here. At this time of year, they're growing like pretty short. I'm just gonna pluck some off here. These are Anaheim Chiles. I have a real obsession with eating flowers. And I'm gonna just harvest a few nasturtium for a color pop, a little garnish. Come on. It just makes things more fun. People always ask me, what do you like to cook? I just cook what's around me. I happen to miraculously live on this beautiful garden. I'm very lucky and blessed to have so many amazing plants that I get to have relationships with and also make delicious food from. I mean, hello! Like, more food forests around the city, please. Now we're gonna clean the paddles and scrape all of the needles off. I'm gonna take your paddle and either using tongs or your hands if you feel comfortable, you wanna slice around the edge. You just want to remove the outer perimeter of spikes. I always like to cook with little bowls around me, keeping your space clear. Now that we have removed the exterior of the paddles, spikes, needles, I'm gonna take a knife and you just wanna scrape the needles off. Kind of scraping essentially against the grain. Look at you cleaned a paddle. So good. So good. I'm gonna use the thicker, more fibrous paddles for the tacos. I'm just gonna make little incisions. I've seen people cook it like this. Now for the fun part. Just lightly drizzling some oil. Season the other side. It's already getting some color on it. Want to cook it over high heat. But like, you know, not a ton of oil in the pan. Just enough. Season with salt. Good amount of salt. Because that's where the flavor comes. While that's going, just like put a handful. Just a little salt on the onion. And let that caramelize. I'm just gonna roast all these. But I personally like spice. Some people don't. So if you don't want too much spice, you can remove the pith and any seeds, because that's the spicy part. Now I'm just really looking for color at this point. Nice and roasty. That's where the flavor's at. Personally, I like it more brown, more roasted. Maybe 5 minutes on each side. See? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Hell yeah. Experimented. I cut it this way just for fun, just to see. I've seen people do that before. Personally, what I do is I put the main ingredient first, whether that's in this case the nopal or meat, whatever you're eating. Onion. This is McKaylee. She is the magician behind the camera. She's a videographer extraordinaire here at the BirdHouse, media creator. And she is vegan, so I just didn't put cheese on her tacos. But here we go.
It looks so good.
Right? Cheers.
Oh my god, so good.
Nopales tacos, so delicious. I love the nopales. They're crunchy, but tender, acidic, which is personally my favorite taste. And all around, I'm just a happy lady. Recipe number 2. I'm gonna make a raw nopales salad. So I'm gonna take my paddles and just cut them. A little dicey action. 1/2 inch pieces. Toss them in a bowl, and we're gonna toss some salt on there to pull out some of the mucilaginous. So I'm not measuring, I'm just adding enough salt to coat. All right, we have our salt on the nopales. They're gonna sit for a couple of hours, and then let's check on them. Now we're gonna prepare the fixins. I'm gonna do some red onion. Another beautiful gift from Mexico. Tomatoes. Woo. Just gonna chop up some avocado. It's been a couple hours, and it's amazing how much liquid is now in the bowl. All this liquid was the water that was in the nopales. The salt pulled it all out. and pulled a lot of the mucilaginous content out as well. So we're gonna rinse this.
Damn, that's crazy.
Let's dress the salad and then call it a day. And now we mix it. Mix it good. Just looking for balance. I want the brightness. I want the fattiness from the avocado, the brightness from the acid, tanginess from the nopal, herbaceousness from the cilantro, the allium goodness from the red onion. So good for you. So good for your soul. Have some nasturtium flower or nasturtium leaves. I'm just gonna put in there. Just gonna do a little fresh cracked pepper. A little sprinkle. Wow. Ah, look at her. She's so beautiful. But like, what's the point of good food if you're not sharing it? Once again, Michaeli!
Hello.
Raw nopal salad. We've learned 2 recipes today, both using the nopal. And I think that the way that we can best honor it now is by eating it.
I agree.
Okay.
So good.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Paige. This is Michaeli. We've had so much fun making this video. If you like what you see, become a member of the BirdHouse. We have so many different types of learning experiences here. I teach cooking classes. We'll have a cooking class in the summer and the fall. A soil to table cooking class with Cameron Miller, the ecological program manager here at thebirdhouse.org.
I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, there you go. See, thank you. She's the real host here. I'm gonna step off now.
I'll just continue.
Yeah.